Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's video announcements. These are your last video announcements until probably the end of August. These announcements usually take a hiatus for the summer because I take some time off in the summer and our newsletter takes some time off in the summer and there's just less going on. So you probably won't hear from me again in this way until end of August. But I've got plenty to share today. So keep listening all the way to the end. There's lots of good stuff. First of all, I'll start with this Saturday. It's another round of national protests. There is one happening here in Nashua. I'll be sending out the information about it, but it is happening at the Library Hill Soldiers and Sailors Monument from 2 to 4 p.m. And it's a great opportunity to join with others who share our values and to speak up against some of the stuff that's happening in our country right now. So that's Saturday, 2 to 4 p.m. I know there'll be UU Nashua people there. I have a family commitment, so I can't be there. But I'm sure you will find many great UU Nashua folks there. And I hope y'all, if y'all find each other, take a picture and send it to me. I'd love to see it. This Sunday is the last Sunday of our church program year, and it is our Pride service. It is being put on by our Welcoming Congregation Working Group. I'm really excited about the service this year. We are going to be talking about joy as resistance and pride as both a party and a protest. And, talking about the origins of pride and also how it impacts us today. We have some amazing music planned as usual, and we'll be doing glitter blessings, which I know has become a wonderful tradition at the end of our year. After the service, we will be having our end of year party. Right now, it looks like the rain is going to hold out for us, so cross your fingers that is still true. It looks like Sunday is not rainy. We're going to be at Fields Grove Park. We'll be providing sandwiches and dessert and invite you to bring side dishes. And I do have a Sign Up Genius where you can sign up to bring a side dish or set up a cleanup, all that good stuff. And I'll put that link in the comments for you. But I hope you'll join us for the Pride service and the end of year party. And all of that is also going to be Erin's last Sunday with us. So Erin, our ministerial intern who's been with us for the last 2 years, is finishing up her time with us this Sunday. So please join us to send her off with our love into what's next for her and for her ministry. So we'll celebrate her in the service and also at the party. So hope you'll join us for all of that. The following weekend, which is June 21st, is the Nashua Pride Festival and Parade. We are once again going to be marching in the Pride Parade, and we'll have a booth at the festival. We are looking for folks to be a part of that. Would love for you to be a part of it, part of our contingent marching in the parade or sitting in our booth for an hour or so. We've got a Sign Up Genius for that in the comments. It's a great time to show up for Pride. We need everyone. Everyone out there showing that Nashua is a place where the LGBTQ plus community is loved and welcomed, and so I hope you'll show up. And I will put the sign up link in the comments. After that, we will be starting our summer services on the June 22nd. We have an awesome lineup, including 5 services led by various lay leaders. They are such good services. I'm really excited about them. And we've got our visiting minister, Reverend Kate Dean from the UK, is going to be leading 3 services, end of July, beginning of August. Sadie and our covenant group leaders will lead a service. I'll do a backpack blessing, and we're going to close out the summer with Jed leading a hymn sing. If you are not going on our camping trip, and with a service in the woods for those who are camping on that last weekend of the summer. So lots of good stuff planned for this summer. I hope you'll join us for summer services. We plan to continue to be at Riviera University throughout the summer and be back in our sanctuary for the fall. we do need a lot of volunteers to make our summer services run smoothly. So there are a couple of things that we're asking for folks to sign up for right now. One is to be part of Summer Smooth Sunday teams. I've got about 11 people signed up. I ideally would have 20, so I could use about 9 more people to sign up for those. So if you were thinking about being a part of one and you're up for helping out on 2 to 3 Sundays over the summer, on a Smooth Sunday team, that's helping with setup and cleanup for fellowship hour and greeting, and doing the offering, being the ones who kind of host our space at Riviere. So I'll put a link in the comments to where you can sign up to be part of a summer Smooth Sunday team. Don't worry, you can tell me which Sundays you can't do, and I'll work around your schedule. And we are also looking for people to help transport things from the church to Riviere. That has been primarily staff doing that over the course of this church year. Every Sunday we pack up all the stuff we need for church on Sunday, and we bring it over to Riviere, and then we pack it up again after the service and bring it back over to the church. So we are not going to have a full contingent of staff most Sundays over the summer. So we're inviting volunteers to sign up. I know some of you help during the year. If you want to help during the summer, that's super helpful. You can do that and be on a Smooth Sunday team on the same day. That actually works nicely because then you're already at Riviere. But I have a sign up genius for that, so you can sign up for just one Sunday. It is helpful if you have a larger capacity vehicle, so something like an SUV or a minivan or a truck, something with a little bit more space. And you do need to be able to get to church at 8 a.m. To pick things up. So if you're up for that, I'll put a Sign Up Genius link in the comments, and you can sign up for Sundays to help out. One thing that's going to be a little different this Sunday is we're going to have 3 options for kiddos during the service. We will have our kids worship room, which we have every Sunday for our littlest ones available. We will have the new thing is that we will have a kind of elementary ages 4 and up space with some kind of guided activities, Legos, beads, that sort of thing. So it won't be as structured as our faith formation classes during the year, but it'll be a place for our kiddos to go and to be with one another and do some activities if they don't want to stay in the service. They are also welcome to stay in the service. That's the third option, is to stay in the service with your family for the whole time, and we'll continue to have our Wonder Bags available. So lots of options for kiddos over the summer. If you have questions about any of that, you can feel free to reach out to Sadie. We are also going to be doing playground meetups over the summer again, one a month. I'm going to be hosting the first one on June 28th at Roby Park. That's a Saturday at 10 a.m. They'll all be Saturdays at 10 a.m. And that is, anyone is welcome to join, whether you have kiddos or not. You can come hang out with us at the playground. And hopefully, if you do have kiddos, they'll play. And it's a good time to socialize with other church families. So it'll be fun. There'll be another one in July and in August at different parks, and all those details will be in the newsletter. It is going to be our last newsletter before summer this week. So our last regular program year newsletter, and then we'll do newsletters about once a month over the summer months. And then we have a couple more events I'll tell you about. On June 29th, we're going to do another Zoom call with the Roslyn Hill folks. That's Reverend Kate's congregation. So we had a great Zoom call with them, and people said they wanted to do it again. So this will be an opportunity to just talk to UUs to Unitarians. They're not UUs, to Unitarians from the UK. It's on June 29th. Watch the newsletter for more details about that. And our camping trip is, sign-ups are happening now for our camping trip. We're actually going to be meeting tomorrow night to do some planning. We've got 42 people signed up. It's a great crew, and we'd love to have you as well. That is happening Labor Day weekend at Greenfield State Park. You can check the newsletter for all the details, and I'll put a link in the comments where you can sign up. And finally, just to let you know about staff things over the summer, because we all have slightly different schedules, Erica will be back on June 22nd, and we will joyfully welcome her back and try to not overwhelm her in her first couple weeks with questions. But it'll be really good to have her back for the summer. And we'll be in the office on Tuesdays and Thursdays over the summer and working remotely Mondays and Wednesdays. So she'll be back June 22nd, and we'll be here kind of throughout the summer with a couple weeks of vacation time. I will be taking some vacation at the beginning of July and then doing study leave while I am going to be on Star Island for a week, and then in the UK at Reverend Kate's church, Roslyn Hill Chapel, during our pulpit swap. So I'll be doing some study leave. So between vacation and study leave, that'll be about 6 weeks that I'm not regularly in the office. But during the study leave time, I will be doing a few things, particularly construction related, for the congregation, although I won't be on site at all. So I'm not super available this summer, but there's lots of other folks who will be available. We have some pastoral care associates who will be on call for me while I'm on vacation in July. We'll put details about that in the newsletter. And Reverend Kate will be available for pastoral needs while she's here as well. And Sadie's going to be also doing some vacation time in the beginning of July for the first 3 weeks of July. So you won't see Sadie around then either. And we'll probably do some study time later in the summer. And that is everything. I think that was a lot. I am so glad that you listened all the way to the end. Good work. I hope you have a wonderful summer. I hope you find some time to enjoy the beauty of nature and to enjoy each other. And I really hope that I will see you this Sunday for our Pride service and our end of year party, and saying goodbye to Erin.